most people are familiar with your basic drill type that's got a variable chuck on it for taking typically drill pieces, or to take Phillips head or flathead screw pieces or Allen keys. That's your basic drill type. That's 99% of drills with a variable chuck. But there are other different types that you're going to run across. Torque wrenches and impact drivers. Typically an impact driver is your smaller type of device, and this is an example of a torque wrench here. The torque wrenches will typically take sockets on them, and most commonly you would run across those for fitting, say for example in a tyre place, they fit the nuts on the wheels of a car using a torque wrench. The torque wrenches tend to be a much higher torque setting than the impact drivers. The impact drivers, that is an uncommon fitting for an impact driver. More commonly, an impact driver will have an RS fitting or an STS fitting. So an RS fitting is this, where there's the little notch on the end of the drill bit, and it comes in here. You lift up the collar, pull it back to snap it on, fit it on. So it's quick and easy to fit. That's an RS fitting, and you've seen probably many different drill bits and or fitting pieces that have your RS snap ring on them. The other features of this particular drill are you just snap in the battery, and you've got forward, reverse, pretty basic sort of device. You then might move up to something that is like a rotary hammer drill, and a rotary hammer drill has a much larger, more serious STS fitting. You like the RS fitting as a snap-in, so you just pull the collar back, pull it out, but it has different flanges at the bottom of the drill bit, and that just goes straight when you need to. When you're putting an STS in, you need to make sure, see how that hasn't fitted there, and then you snap in. If it doesn't snap in, you rotate it 90 degrees to get the correct flanges to mark up with the correct markers that are inside. Rotary hammer drills, their main claim to fame is that they will go very easily through large amounts of concrete or brick. That's their speciality, is you use a rotary hammer drill for that, and it will amaze you at how easily these things can go through concrete and brick. You'll notice that you need to have a masonry bit. The masonry bits you'll distinguish by the slight flanging at the top, at the end of the bit. It's really important you only use a masonry bit for going into concrete and brickwork. And then of course, if you've got a very serious amount of concrete and brickwork that you have to go into, you need to have a mains powered rotary hammer drill, because no battery powered drills on the market are strong enough to go into a really substantial concrete floor or brick wall or concrete wall. You need a mains powered drill to do that. And then the last type of chuck that we have is the 90 degree angled chuck. So this one is for getting into tight spaces. You can see here that this drill bit, it's got a traditional variable chuck on the end, but having the head at 90 degrees, that will get you into spots that a traditional drill, the shape of a traditional drill, will prevent you from getting into.